As a nation, we have to heal from this Trump fiasco that has taken up a good 8 years of American valuable time. And to do so, I think there's a simple plan that starts in our own backyard. Personally, I contacted the Bulldog, Eric Detus. He's running for political positions in northern Kentucky, but was once critical to the flow of information here in Waynesville, Ohio, when it came to our world famous spanking landlord. There were a lot of variables involved and things that needed to be looked into just a little bit further. So me, being the descendant of the great President Andrew Jackson, I decided to take the lead and send some information to Eric Dieters if he could find a good time in his day to redistribute information with a few more facts in it. It would be appreciated. As I continue on in my attempt to enlighten conservatives and to help them to better understand how the Democratic Party was started and the policies, the triumphs, the tribulations, and most importantly, the path of our democracy, I would like to focus on some things that are just outside my yard and try to keep the theme of taking care of your own garden first. Greg Landsman, I have sent information to about a plan called U.S. for Hope, where it recognizes citizenship, and we have a person here that can help educate people on how to be Americans, great Americans, for decades with a memorial request, and we are waiting on 11th District Congressman Greg Landsman to help. As we move further out, we find ourselves in somewhat of a mess when it comes to energy. Starting in the late 1950s, I talked to some farmers over in Clinton County who asked me a question, and I tried to get through all the different facts and rumors until I had the story. And you'll have to go back and redundantly prove it to yourself. But this is the way it lays out from where I sit here in Warren County, Ohio. Back in the late 50s, we had a bank merchant, an entrepreneur, and his name was George Henry. He was famous for his land investments, and he was the very best, make no mistake about it. He was able to use his network connections in Columbus, Ohio, with then Governor James Dusty Rhodes and Corwin Nixon to acquire knowledge about a future investment in the state of Ohio called Interstate 71. And he was able to acquire the maps for the highways and byways, apparently, for the large interstate that runs from Cincinnati to Cleveland. And when he did that, he was able to purchase properties, some of the most critical properties around, which included Emro Marketing Founders Marathon gas station called the Thru. It's located just outside of Lebanon, Ohio on 71. It was the first fuel center on I-71, from what I understand. Obviously, they had great success not only at the Thru, but with Marathon Oil and their subsidiary, Speedway Super America, as Emro became the marketing department for Speedway Super America, and also built a building on I-70. It's a great big glass building, and you can find all of your analysts for Speedway Super America there. So when they have a problem, they call Emro. As they went on in their endeavor, another person came from Lebanon Citizens National Bank named Steve Wilson, a graduate in 1972 of the Miami Redhawks. He became a lieutenant in the Navy. He was Lebanon Citizen National Bank manager. He added 30 new branches in 9 counties. He became vice president of the Otterbein Retirement Community. He worked in the Federal Bank Reserve in Cleveland, Ohio, and then became president of Lebanon City Schools here in Warren County, and moved on to the 7th District Senate seat, where he was appointed by people and influence from people like Vice President Seminarelli over in Warren County and Springboro area, and also probably Mark Hazelwood, owner of the Cleveland Browns and the Pilot gas stations that you see along I-71, and became the president of the Energy Commission for the United States of America. And that locks in 2 major players here in the 7th District of Ohio when it comes to getting things done, like a follow-up to the Patriot Act, which they